And we're live.
And last night we had a ton of us in there. We were all watching the Logan Paul fight. Did you?
Let's
did you
talk
watch
about
it,
that.
Ice?
Yeah, I bet 500 on Logan, and I was fucking
Oh my
pissed.
god! To win?
Well,
Yeah, I bet that $500 that Logan was going to knock out Mayweather.
yeah, there's
Goodness.
no judges, so I think you're betting on the knockout in either case.
Yeah. I bet.
You know who won? The fucking bookies. Did they just get all the money?
Yeah.
No, well, if you bet a tie, then you really won because it's 8-1, and the tie is basically just nobody got knocked out. And
I would have bet that easily. That's what I was essentially betting because like I bet $20 that not 500. I bet $20 that he would not get that Logan would not get knocked out because I did not think that it could happen. He's just too big. I didn't think Mayweather would want to go hard enough to actually get the knockout because I think he's afraid that Logan is going to catch him. Because if Logan caught him hard enough and knocked him out, we got a couple of black guys in the Discord. Chocolate Thunder was like,
that was hilarious.
Chocolate Thunder was like, this is for our people. You can't lose to this white boy. You cannot lose to this white boy. Do not let us down, Mayweather.
He was looking at it like it was like a race war. And then like in that first round, Jake or Logan Paul like really started using the fact that he's 10 inches taller to just bully him at the end. And then it panned to like a bunch of black people in the crowd, like, like laughing and clapping. And Chocolate Thunder's like, why are you laughing? We're losing. We're losing. Like he's just like all mad about it.
Not one of those shots got through.
yeah,
come on. There was that one time where Logan is just like hit him like this.
That's
like,
the time. Yeah. And he's all rolled up. Logan's punching him on the arms, on the elbows, on the forearms. Mayweather
Nobody
walks
got
back
hurt.
like that. You just punched a turtle shell. It does nothing.
Yeah, nobody got hurt. I didn't think Logan really got hit all that hard. I would take that beating in a heartbeat for far less.
It makes you realize how boring boxing is. Like by round 3, it was like, oh, this is a cardio competition.
Oh my God.
Well, to be fair, I've watched a lot of boxing, and most of it is entertaining. Mayweather just fights in a non-entertaining way. Mayweather is very defensive, and he, just gasses the other person out, and then he goes in and punches them. Like Mayweather's the most boring person to watch box.
I've heard that. I don't know anything about boxing.
The reason people watch Mayweather is because it's the same reason that people. It's the same reason people watch Logan Paul and Jake Paul. So it's a match made in heaven. It's like they want to see this guy get hurt. They want somebody to shut this guy up. This guy's been talking too much shit. He's been flashing too much money. He's been showing off diamond. I love that Logan came out with a diamond coated Charizard around his neck. Like apparently that card is worth like $250,000 before he put the diamonds on it. Like that's such a cool internet culture nerdy thing to be thrown into prime time. I
have so much to say. Okay, I like Logan Paul. I don't know. He hasn't gotten me to hate him. The Charizard thing was fine. The commentators were terrible. Super duper over the top terrible. All they could do was insult Logan Paul, and it was pissing me off. And it's not like I'm super attached to Logan Paul or anything, but they just, he's so tired. It looks like he did 4 TikTok dances. Oh, fuck you. That's not funny. That's not good. How did you get this job? You're awful at it.
They're just biased towards Mayweather. Like they wanted Mayweather to win, and I think the audience, they were like pandering to the audience, right? Like most of the people who bought that fight, probably a Mayweather fan, more so than a Logan fan.
Logan is as exhausted as him after 4 TikTok dances. Is just not good fight commentary.
Yeah, they weren't funny.
They weren't funny, and they weren't educational. I guess I'm used to the UFC fight commentary, where they're actually watching the fight and commentating on what's happening in the fight. They do their very best to be unbiased, and they let you know. Like sometimes on TV, I can't tell which shots were the real big ones and which shots were. Sometimes I can't tell if it's a miss. Like the clip and a miss are pretty similar, and the commentators do a really good job of letting you know like how this thing is going on. I'm watching these guys and I'm not getting anything from it. I can't tell. I can tell who's more aggressive. I can tell if the obvious shots are landing, but
garbage.
Absolutely terrible.
I'm so glad I didn't pay for that shit.
Yeah. Me too.
I would suggest if you want to watch a good boxing match, just watch like a real professional match.
I've watched them. I so often find them disappointing. They just it seems like the shots don't do any damage. In MMA, one shot changes everything. In boxing, a one shot is not how you do this. It's cumulative. You break a guy down, you wear him out, and it's dull by comparison.
Yeah, I've seen some good boxing matches, but every weekend I see a good UFC match. Like that's the difference. I remember watching ESPN, and I don't even know who was fighting because I don't know boxers' names, but I remember there was this Mexican guy fighting a black guy, and it was wild. And it ended up with a knockout, and it was just ferocious and lots of punches being landed, and the footwork was fucking cool. And one of these guys was lightning fast, but the other guy was fucking mega lightning fast, and it was so fun to watch. And I was like, this is like a 1 in a million boxing match, I think, because like you get this level of fun and excitement every night with UFC. Like not every fight. Like there was a fight in the last card where a guy just hugged the other guy in like doggy style position against the fence, and they just walked around the edge of the cage for 3 rounds in a row. And it was so dull and
was
so
it the Mexican guy hugging a black guy? He almost got disqualified. Is that the one we're thinking of?
I don't recall the races. I think it was there wasn't a black guy, maybe some like Slavic guys or something like that. But I was just thinking like, this is not what you want to show anybody who's watching a free fight night card. Like the ref should have been like, whoa, guys, nobody wants to watch this shit. And the commentators are great. And they're like, look, he won the fight. He didn't. Bisping's great. Bisping doesn't pull any bullshit. He doesn't give a fuck. I don't think he cares about that job because he's just like, well, he won the fight, but he didn't win a single fan. I didn't like it. You didn't like it. No one liked it. Yeah, take your win and go home. You won't be back anytime soon. And it's just like, yeah, exactly. Because Dana didn't like that either. Nobody liked what you just did. You hugged a man for fucking 15 minutes in doggy style position because the other guy was a little bit faster than you. And it was a situation where one guy had come down a weight class and the other guy had gone up a weight class. So there was a huge size disparity. It was bullshit. But most of the time, you're getting fireworks. You're getting like blood and guts and just people getting knocked the fuck out and like crazy like kicks you thought you would only ever see in a movie. I don't know. We've harped on this before. Like boxing sucks and UFC is the best. But
boxing is just more of a technical sport. You know, boxing is more of like a thinking sport than a fighting one, in my opinion.
It's different. It's different. I don't know if I agree with that point, but I do agree that it's completely different. And like I'll tell you what I hate when I'm watching boxing, and it happens 10 times around when they start hugging each other, and then there's nothing to be done because of the rules of boxing. Like that's the point in an MMA fight where it's like, uh-oh, he's got you now.
Yeah. So Logan Paul, I don't know why Mayweather didn't knock him out. I didn't know why he wasn't able to seize on those opportunities. Well, I don't know why he didn't hit him. So Logan Paul's defense just seemed to be stand behind that length. You know, he's got all that length. Dude, he was so defenseless. Every time he threw, to make himself even longer, he would like bend forward, and he was off balance. And he's open in the middle. He's open in the other side. Like there were giant holes in his defense, and Mayweather was just not taking them. He wasn't executing on anything, and I don't know why.
I don't think he can.
Maybe Mayweather. I mean, either he can't or I think he just didn't want to. I think he just didn't take the match that serious. He's just there for fun. He wasn't really trying to hurt Logan Paul. You know what I mean?
But I guess. But then they tricked me. You know, like they're trying to give the fans their money's worth, and then they don't. You know, look, I'm in a boxing match, but of course I don't want anyone to get hurt. It's a boxing match, you fuck. Like I know it's an exhibition match, but everyone was there. You sold that it was going to be a fight.
Yeah, and you guys have been talking like they don't get me. They never get my money. I pay for like 95% of the UFC cards. I pay for the ESPN Plus and everything, and I buy most of the cards that I watch. But I'll never pay for a boxing match. You just won't have. I'll go to somebody's house. I'll go to a bar, or I'll just watch it elsewhere. But I'm not going to pay for that shit. And if it's a crappy stream that gets taken down halfway through, I don't really want to watch that badly anyway. Yeah, it was bad. Sense. It was bad. I'm looking forward to some of the UFC fights that are coming up. Nate Diaz is about to fight. I always like watching Nate do his thing.
Who's Nate fighting?
Anthony Edwards, black guy.
Oh, Yves Edwards, maybe?
I thought it was Anthony, but I could be wrong.
You might be right. I'm going to look it up.
You are the name expert. I hope you're right.
Leon Edwards.
Neither of us were right. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like watching Nate fight. I like that cumulative, don't give a fuck attitude where he's just walking forward. He's like he's like some sort of a boxer from a different time. Like he's like a fighter from like, remember in that Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr., where they're like doing this bare knuckle street fights with like the crowd is the ring. Like he's cut from that cloth. I feel like
he gives off this attitude like he's insulted that other person thinks he belongs in the ring with him. You're coming to fight me, you know that you can't win. And
you've disrespected him by showing up.
You've disrespected Nate Diaz by accepting the fight. You should have been too scared to do such a thing. And he is going to show he slaps you. He slaps you like a bitch. He slaps you with his hand because it's insulting. And it's like, huh. And now anytime he slapped him, he could have landed a punch, but he chose slap because fuck you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to the next weekend of fights. I think it's coming up weekend. I'm gonna do some.